My Nation. I just wanted to pay my respects and condolences to Charlie Kirk and his wife and children, and to what he meant to, excuse me, a lot of people, putting himself out there, going to these universities and trying to engage in people, discourse, talk to you. I don't suppose you class them as your enemy, but people who see things different to you and find common ground. He kept on about this because if we don't talk, then when you stop talking and you demonise your so-called enemy or your opposition, then bad things happen. And I just want to say, because I've heard over the last year and a half on news about we're heading for civil war, like in America and in Britain. Um, Now, as somebody who studies a lot of history and that, now the Romans, the one thing they were terrified more than anything else was civil war. When civil war broke out in America, in Roman times, it mean massive tens, if not hundreds, of troops on different sides and families turning against each other, and all the killings that went on, and actually was part of the downfall of the Republic. Um, Caesar and the Pompey Magnus, and civil wars always seem to be more damaging and more hateful because that's when you really do demonise the enemy and predict a lot more hatred onto him. Like the Romans would go on campaigns into foreign lands, and they were indifferent, really. They'd just gone there, they wanted to go there. Yes, they would fight, kill enslave some would get recruited into the army, and the rest would be pretty much left alone as long as they didn't cause any more trouble. Um, but then you have like the Battle of Towton Bridge. I think it's Towton Bridge in England. The part of the Civil War there, and the guys who excavated, or the archaeologists, were saying, the horrific injuries, and there's a bit because there's marshy and there's a river. People were running into the marsh getting stuck, and yet they were still getting massive injuries, and they were saying that it was pure hatred how the nation had been set against each other to the point where you seem to be more emotionally invested, and and yeah, isn't indiscriminate killing. It is purposely discriminate killing at the most savage level, and Charlie Kirk wasn't about that. He was about preventing it, keeping it at the level where we're having a dialogue and speaking and talking about our differences. And I know you get all these sort of daft lefties out there, and they've been indoctrinated in that. But like he said, I think he ran something called Turning Point, and he said it was, the saying, it's hard to argue with an intelligent person it's hard to win, win an argument with an intelligent person, but it's impossible to win it with a stupid person. And he was saying these people we talk to and that are people who are on the fence and they listen to both sides, and they come to they're realising on their own time. And he's just he does work, and he also did a lot of charity work, especially in, funny enough, poorer black neighbourhoods. So racist? No, he's not. Misogynist? No, he's not. Nazi. I mean, a lot of people don't even know what that stands for. It's the National Workers' Party, Socialist Party of Germany, and a lot of these people in campuses want socialism, and loads more want communism, and that's a story for another day. But I saw it last night. I was so tired. I was on my way back because of the time difference. And then I woke up today and it's all over the news, and I'd just like to say I've seen some of Charlie's videos. Some of them are funny, but some of these people make themselves look stupid. He didn't make them look stupid. He did it to themselves. But to be assassinated in that way, it really is a dark time when somebody who just wants common sense to prevail and people to talk and work the differences out admirably, and this is what happens, this is what the world's come to do, this is the power of this woke mind virus, social engineering that a lot of people don't like, but it's captured this cult, this following, and now it needs cracking down on. We're obviously going through this in England now with the free speech. It's a disgrace. It's not human rights. It's anti-human rights. It's anti-human behaviour. It's something we're all want to avoid, but it seems to be perpetuating from places of insincerity against the people that are sincerely wanting a better future. I've got a daughter, and I had my brother say a couple of years ago, you turn on the TV, the news, and there's war here, war there, famine, riots over in this state, and do we want our children to grow up in this type of environment, and their grandchildren? No, we need to come together. I think the 13th of September will be a good, glorious sight to see in England. Hope the weather is good on that day, and maybe we'll see some tributes to Charles Kirk there. I know Patrick David and his team did quite a nice remembrance of him. Tony, I think it was Tony said a prayer, but my prayers and thoughts go out to his family, his friends, his colleagues, and there's going to be a lot of people angry over this, the people who were trying to help, that knew he was on a mission for good, and they need to stay strong, and just because Charlie's gone, his legacy needs to still be recognised and live on, and hopefully there'll be someone there to take up the mantle, or encourage more people to anyway, thanks for listening. Population issue. Now, it's a very sad thing, but I just wanted to say my piece and just bring up the fact about, like I say, civil war is the worst kind of war, and yeah, everything possible to avoid it. And it's on our shoulders. This generation, we need to sort it out. Thank you very much.